Alright, it's the 1st of August in 2014 and just got an order from Joseph and I'm going to convert this stock 2008 Nissan 350Z to a custom gauge face with white gauge faces, blue backgrounds, red needles that change to white. It ought to look real nice. And let's see, it's got 109,000 miles. We'll be using our USA Prague mileage correction tool to set this to match his 350Z, which is around 60,000 miles. So let's get started by taking it apart. Start to desolder the LEDs. Here we go. Okay, our next step will be to remove these needles, and I just use these body tools you can get at any automotive store for about $7, or spoons work great too. And I always put a towel over that because sometimes when you take these needles off, they go shooting across the room. My room, they're very difficult to find depending on where they land. So I'm going to take the needles off the car now. Okay, about a minute after taking the needles off. Now to remove the gauge face, they are glued on, but it's not very, there's not very much glue there, so it just needs a little help getting off. Oh, it's kind of hard to do with the camera here. Yeah, I'm wasting time on the video. And there it goes. So now our gauge face is off. And the next thing we'll do, I'll take some needle nose pliers to get out the stopper post. You see the stopper post right there. You just turn it over on the back and you squeeze right there with some needle nose pliers, and they just fall right out. And then to get the plastic off the front of the PC board, we'll have to remove the LCD. And that's a delicate operation, and I use a 90-degree awl for that. I just slide it under the plastic and I work each corner slowly so we don't bend the pins. So be back with you in a little while. Okay, after prying, and you want to get under the little plastic that this sits on so you don't poke a hole in your LCD. And then there it is. And you really don't want to bend those pins. You'll be asking for lots of trouble if you do that. So always just put it in a tangent ice cream jar and put a lid on it for safekeeping until I'm ready to restore the cluster. Oh, got the little plastic piece right here. That's what you want to put your tool under. And then we simply have some snaps back here. I'll have to hold on just a second on the camera. Okay, using two hands, I push my little snaps and the plastic cover comes off. And here is our circuit board with lots of PLCC2 LEDs. And I will get out my heat gun, SMD rework station, and we'll heat some of those up and remove them. That's a lot safer than using a solder iron. Now what you want to do is be very careful on the stepper motors where the needles are. These LEDs, you don't want to get them very hot, or this will melt and your needles don't work. So, see you in a little while. So it'll probably be a few hours. Bye. Not to diverge too much from the gauge project, but we just bought the new Nissan concept car for GT, for Gran Turismo 6, and it cost 1 million race credits. It's pretty cool though. My buddy must not have braked too much brake there. He's in the restroom. I thought I would get a picture of his car, of his last race. Anyway, back to the gauges now, folks. Cool looking car though. Alright, Joseph, quite a few hours later. Yeah, and I'll remove the little shift LED and make you a shift light here. Probably do that next. So, making good progress. And oh, and I removed your your tire pressure indicator LED. You said that was stuck on, so that's gone. That's gone. So here we go, back to work. Oh yeah, and I just turned the aperture down because sometimes when it's in automatic like it has been tonight, the red lights on playback look orange, but hopefully you can tell that's an orange and the rest of them are red. If I turn the aperture down, seems to help the color be correct. You see there the reflection that they are red. All right, back to work. All right, Joseph, I have put paper around all your LEDs, white glossy 10-pound paper, so it's nice and reflective and gets everything the right color and nice and smooth. And here's your little shift light, if you can see it. And I tested it in here with a meter. I haven't tested it in the car, so let's go check that out now. Okay, I've got our cluster back together. And you see it's all white now by using the paper. No green tint to anything. And here's your little shift light. I've got a real good position on that, I think. I'll test that out after I put the LCD in, and then I need to put the needle stoppers on your gauge face. Here's your great looking gauge face, and this white light with this white background, that shift light ought to work quite well. So onward we go. All right. Oh yeah, that baby's gonna work great. Okay, let's stick some needles on it here real quick. Stand by. What I've got, these are 2 stock needles. I've got to go break open a cluster to get the white ones. Although those look pretty cool with the red going all the way across the top, but if you want the black caps, I'll have to get the other ones. Let's see. Okay, let's shut the door. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now you see there's a little darkness here and here, but that's really more the sensitivity of the camera than your eye. Oh my goodness. Now that's totally ridiculous, man. Because usually I dim down the cluster to get it to work so well. That's totally ridiculous. It's getting better at doing those brighter, I think. Okay, so let's see, it's about 3:30, maybe 4. Be a great time to go out on the freeway and set your speedometer. There'll be less traffic. The drunks are probably all in bed by now. And it is kind of dangerous to do because you've kind of got to drive and set that and keep the speed at the same speed. So it's better without traffic. So let me go get my wallet and we'll do that now. Man, this thing looks totally awesome. It really does. It really looks good. Okay, so I got your mile an hour set. Let's go up to like 80 and make sure it doesn't stick. If I can get away with that. I think I can. Alright, that looks pretty good. Smooth. So I think we'll exit right here. Man, that thing is so bright. I'm just gonna have to redo my own car. This thing is too cool. Alright, let me drive for a second here. Man, that thing is so bright. It is so bright. Oh, gotta reset the mileage to match your car. Looks totally cool. Looks totally cool. And it's a little, to the eye, it's a little more red. Here, let me darken the aperture. Look. All right. Onto the freeway I go and back to the house.